What's going on, everybody? My name's Illmatic, and you're watching episode 9 of Let's Play Nethergate. Now, in the last episode, we went and met a Greek dragon, Reptrakos, and obtained a scale which should remove the curse from us all. So, we are back to the witch's shop. I can't remember her name, Drotha, and we're gonna hand her this scale and see if she can't make us all better. So let's see. Oh, and I should point out that Gobo left us, unfortunately. As we were leaving the realm, he said he had his old goblin buddies to look after, and they did call him the smartest ones. That was nice of Gobo, though we will miss him in his bad Italian accent all the same. So let's go and hand this scale over. She takes the scale from you, sniffs it, nods, and gets to work. Spends an hour. Finally, she takes the mixture, dips a rag in it, and rubs it on your curse marks. Sure enough, they come off. Alright, no more curse. Awesome. It was a very ugly one, and would have gotten worse as time passed. The crones must have really, really hated you. Okay, alright, well that's awesome. We got the curse gone. So we could take some side quests from the Fairy Bazaar Master at this point if we wanted to, or we could simply move along and go to Goah-Nar, which was our original quest from our chief in Nethergate. But, you know, I think I'm interested to find out what these side quests are. You know, maybe it's on our way. You never know. Won't hurt to take it. Missions. Northeast, there's a place called the Vale of the Sould? The proprietary there offers people favors in life in return for imprisonment of their spirit after death. That sounds like a deal with the devil guy. Okay, is this fucking Lucifer you're sending me? Okay, I find this business to be highly distasteful. They store the spirits in magical urns. I wish you to go there and break 10 of the urns. If you do this, I will reward you well. That seems like an arbitrary number. He doesn't want me to, you know, go stop this guy or break all the urns. Just 10. 10 souls will be saved from, you know, an eternity of hell. Alright, buddy, I'll do it. I will do it. Wow, look at all this. My mind transposed an extra digit in there. I thought I was flipping rich. Now we got 2,900 gold. Alright. And where is this guy at? A place called the Vale of the Sould? I have no idea. Oh, to the northeast. Okay. Alright. I think Goah-Nar is to the northwest-ish. So maybe it's on the way. I don't know. Oh, let's go see if we can't buy any of this cool armor. Or weapons or anything. I think there was a Fomorian smith. Yeah, there he is. Scrog. What's up, Scrog? Yeah, look at that. I could afford it. Oh, but this is what I really want. I wanted the chainmail, not the studded armor. We could get the blessed spear, and I think we're gonna go ahead and do that for our buddy Knot. Yeah, he's got a quality iron spear, but nothing too great. Yeah, we can't afford either of these nice ones for our buddy Conan, but that's a really good deal on that blessed spear. So let's go ahead and pick that up. There we go. And that's kind of cumbersome how you can't sell this while you're in the. You have to go out, unequip your thing, blah blah blah. Alright, and then we can go back and sell it. So let's do that. How much is that quality one worth? Only 27. Oh well, we'll get what we can get. We did pick up a blessed javelin on our way out of Reptrakos' realm, though I'm gonna leave that in backup until I really need it, and I'll just have him use his regular javelins for now. Though now he has a blessed spear and blessed javelins, but of course javelins, they can run out, so that's why I'm going to try to hold those back till I really need them. We also picked up some iron chainmail for Knot. He had something else before, wasn't quite as nice. Now he's got the same thing that Conan has, so that's pretty good. We're starting to get quite decked out, our warriors. So let's move along here. Alright guys, sorry about that. Had to grab some coffee real quick. We are heading into a dangerous area. Goah-Nar, the land of the Fomorians. So I'm going to go ahead and cast a beast ceremony, just in case. I'm not sure it'll last till I get there. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't. Womp, womp, womp. Alright, we're going to pass that rock. I'm sure that would be something, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And yeah, of course I didn't make it. This hill is scattered with a number of ruined buildings. They must have been built by fairies. They're far too old and too elegant to have been built by anyone else. Even now, the crumbling marble is lovely. You see large, clumsy, hulking shapes lurking among the structures. They look like Fomorians, and they haven't noticed you yet. That's my chance to get away if I wanted to, but I have to do this for my quest, so. You get close to the village. You try to be stealthy, but the sentries have spotted you. They're watching you approach. There's a fair number of them, at least a dozen. They're well armed, though, and they have the high ground. They have the high ground, Anakin! They're gathered around a group of totems in the center of the village, inspecting something. Why you'd want to fight them for their filthy, trash-choked ruins, though, isn't entirely clear. They seem poor. Well, you know, we got to, so let's charge. One thing is for sure, this world is not made better by having more Fomorians in it. They're stupid, violent, and unpredictable. You draw your weapons. The battle is joined. That's kind of, that's a little racist. Fomorians might as well kill them all. I don't know about that. Alright, so what's the first thing we want to do? Maybe retreat? would be a nice first step. I don't know. Let's Alright, so old buddy boy there is getting blocked in. Ooh, he took 70 out of him, but wasn't quite able to completely destroy him. So we're gonna back him up, and then what do we want to do? Let's do a shield, I guess, onto Conan, and then back Alana up, of course, and then do a healing onto Conan as well. Okay. Now we've got Kanat right here. Let's, I guess keep him back for the time. No, we'll move him in. Man, Conan is just trying to tank as best as he can. Oh god. Poor Conan. He's a fucking beast, y'all. I'm proud of him. Alright. So, yeah, let's keep this going right now. I could do Heart Shock. That'd really hurt some of them, but I'm going to keep buffing for a little bit. Let's do a shield for our good man, Kanat. And then we're going to heal up, of course. You know, I almost thought I had a total healing spell, but I guess not. Alright. Oh, and I should mention that I did level my guys up, because I did gain some levels during the last mission, and I was yet to use them, so I went ahead and did that. Anyhow, let's go ahead and take that guy down. Poor Conan, he's completely surrounded. Alright. I think I'm gonna do a Heart Shock now. First time using this spell. Ooh, that was powerful. I think that was the first plus 100 damage we've seen in the game on our side. Quite nice. I love it. He's becoming quite the Sith master over there. I don't know. Alright, let's of course heal. Oh my god. I should have healed. I should have used that to heal Kanat. Ooh. He might fall this next turn. Actually. Hopefully he doesn't. Fucking Conan, man. Beast. Alright, so yeah, let's do a heal on both our guys now. So I have Kudroy heal up Conan, because his heal isn't as powerful as Alana's, and I'll have her heal up Kanat, because he needs it more at the moment. So right now we're doing a good system where we each put one blow on somebody and we're able to take them down, because neither one of Conan or Kanat are strong enough to take one of these Fomorians down in one shot. Looks like we have a large Fomorian there. I think he's a little bit different than the others. Ooh, and we missed him. That's not good. I'd like to use Heart Shock again, but I think I need to keep healing. So we will do that. All these giant trolls around him just fucking bashing his head in with clubs, and he's taking it like a champ. Way to go, man. Alright, so this guy looks like a threat, so I need to take him down. I mean, Kanat's doing good. He doesn't need to heal this turn, so I can use Heart Shock on this guy that's close to us. I need to protect Miss Alana and myself. There you go, son. Alright. And I will use Alana to heal up Mr. Conan. There you go. She's starting to... Magical energy's starting to get low, so... Hopefully this doesn't drag on too much longer. Huh. I think I can use a regular Lance of Fire on that guy. I can. Took him down. We'll go ahead and switch to a mild healing for Conan. Yeah, that about worked out perfectly. And take that guy down. Alright guys, we're not out of it yet, but it's starting to get a little more manageable. They still almost have enough dudes just to surround Conan completely, unfortunately, but let's see, who should I go for? I guess that guy. Nice. I love that spell. Alright, Miss Alana. I think I'm going to have you do an offensive spell for once. There you go. Alright. Handled that well enough. I think it is time to go do another round of healing, though. All things considered. Let's see who just leveled up. Kudroy. Kudroy leveled up. Alright. There you go. Took a calculated risk there by just doing my sling missile, because it doesn't, of course, hurt them near as much. But it worked out. See, who do I want to hurt? Maybe soften that guy for Kanat. Yes, that worked out. Hells yeah. Alright. And... Ooh. Very nice. Alright, got another level up. Miss Alana is now level 9. Very, very nice. Alright, it's fitting that Conan should end this battle, considering he fucking dominated it. He's the only reason we got through it. He was able to tank all that damage. He was completely surrounded at several points of this battle. Kanat, I mean, he was in the fight, but he stayed on the periphery. And, you know, of course, both our casters were far back. And that was good, because they're still pretty squishy when it comes to how much damage they can take. So, way to go, the hero Kanat. Saving the day. These totems are decorated with the Fomorians' prized grisly trophies. They are the heads of Britannian warriors, the ancient traditional mortal enemies of the Fomorian race. One of the heads still wears the helmet he wore when he died. It's too small for the Fomorians, so it was left there. Why not? Let's take it. Ooh, look at that. Do you guys see that right there? I think that's what is that, like a shade or something? Emerald helm. Oh my goodness. Who picked that up? Conan got it. Emerald helm. Huh. I'm kind of curious. I'm like, it might be cursed or something. I don't know. It's worth 1,000 coins. That is awesome, guys. 1 to trained magic statistics. So it really should go to one of our casters. You know, emerald. Let's give it to Alana. Yeah. Okay. So I've got that on her now, and let's see what happens with this fucking shade that's approaching. I don't know. Is this all that's going on in this town? I mean, I thought that... yeah, I'm not seeing where... I guess I didn't save the notes about what I needed to do in Goah-Nar. So, anyways, this guy wants to fight us, it looks like. Maybe not. Maybe this isn't even Goah-Nar. Maybe this was just a waste of time. Though I am interested to see what this shade is all about. There's a shade here, wandering aimlessly, or floating, you aren't sure. It seems so weak and insubstantial that the wind is carrying it along. You try to speak with it or get its attention, but it doesn't respond. The wind just floats it away. Alright, well, that was nothing. Alright, so maybe this is Goah-Nar. Oh god, okay. That was just a warm-up, an appetizer. As you get your first glimpse of the valley ahead, you involuntarily gasp. Shadowvale contains many blasted areas, many small wastelands, some created naturally, some by fairy magic. None of that, however, prepares you for this pit, this dead plain, this shattered hole, gouged into the earth. As you stare at the charred dead earth and the melted glassy rocks, you wonder what could have created such devastation, and who could possess so much hatred that they would feel the need to expend such energy to kill land to this extent. The devastation has been here for many years, and the dust is slowly covering the ruin. The wastes are spotted with totems, bleached bones, and one dark tunnel at the lowest point. In the air, you detect the scent of Fomorians. It's fresh. There must be a lot of them around here, somewhere. Oh, great. I bet I have to go into that dark tunnel at the lowest, darkest, scariest point. No doubt. This must be Goah-Nar, the ancient ancestral home of the savage, vicious, ancient Fomorian race. To descend is to directly confront the ancient nightmare of your people's past. But that is your quest. You have no choice. Wow. Goah-Nar. Pillagers of the world, the Romans have exhausted the land by their indiscriminate plunder. To robbery, they give the lying name of government. They create a desolation and call it peace. Kalgakas. Oh my god, guys. Well, we are in the 3rd chapter. We're moving right along in the game, and, wow. I cannot believe that huge fight we just got through isn't even what we really had to do. I mean, we're gonna sit here and, let our spell energy regain a bit before we enter this fight. And, oh, it's becoming daytime. That might help a little bit, even though apparently we're gonna go into some pits, so probably dark anyway. Let's go ahead and save up, as I am wont to do. And fuck, let's do it, guys. You stand near the pitch-black tunnel. You note that the fresh Fomorian smell is stronger here. There are no guards. That seems careless at best. There are also no tracks. If there are Fomorians inside, none of them ever come to the surface. Yeah, apparently they just torched it and burned it and destroyed it and then went underneath for good. Oh, man. This looks imposing. Look at those tall rocks. Alright. You enter Goah-Nar for the first time. The entry hall is as blasted and lifeless as the ground outside. You can't see far because all of the steam and smoke. You're able to make out the doors, though. There are 2 enormous gates at the north end of the chamber, 20 feet high, made of stone and bronze. Each stands closed, barring your entry. Even though this chamber is hot and humid, you start to shiver. You start to feel like you are on the verge of remembering something awful, which is just out of your mind's reach. Something that happened a very long time ago. You're at the gates of the last home of the Fomorians, dark, vicious creatures from far back in the memory of your people, and it has fallen to you to be the ones who encounter them again. They hold the skull of stone. Oh god, there's some lava. We are in it to win it, guys. First thing I'm gonna do, if I can, is do a fucking beast ceremony, because I believe I will need it. Foes are inside. I didn't know they were in sight. Maybe I can back up. Yeah, awesome. Alright. I'll take that. Alright, Goah-Nar is now level 9. Can I level up on... I don't think I can while I'm in here. But... maybe? I can, actually. Okay. Goah-Nar, what do you want, buddy? Maybe some endurance, if you can afford it. Is always nice. Yeah. Make you a bit more of a tank. Would be good. Actually, yeah, his endurance now matches Conan's. Very nice. Alana, what can you do? What can Alana do for you? Her druidism and health are both very high, quite high, with 8 apiece. War Circle, it's lagging behind a bit. What about intelligence? I think intelligence should be the next thing that I increase. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And Kudorai can also, his intelligence, I would love to level up, but he's just 1 point shy of doing that. In fact, I will wait on doing anything so I can just build up some more points for him. Alright, so we'll call that good. Take out this rat down here. Oh god. You know what, let's just enter fight mode. I was trying to avoid it, but eh. That beast ceremony doesn't last very long. I've already lost it. I'm gonna mass weight, and I guess it doesn't improve my life that much. I probably should have went and sold off that loot that I got from that other Fomorian town, so I'd have more ability to pick things up from here. And I think there will be some goodies, being that this is a higher level dungeon, but I suppose I can always come back. You definitely don't want to step in that lava. That'll ruin your world right there, because each of your guys step into it, because you move around in this snake-like fashion, so sometimes you'll end up losing your whole party that way, I remember. So not too much going on that side. Let's head over to the other side. Some more rats, always here to greet us. Oh god. Alright. You hear the sound of scraping stone to the west. You think you see a brief motion on the ledge above you, but you can't really tell from down here. Can't really tell from down here. Okay. Turn the map on. You know what, let's try another beast spell, perhaps? Or, beast ceremony? Because I think I'm about to get into some stuff here. As you search these caverns looking for a way into Goah-Nar, you find a passage that clearly hasn't been used for a long time. The slime and moisture on the floor is completely undisturbed, and the air is still. To the east, a stairway descends sharply into the depth. The passage is very steep and extends far beyond the reach of your light. A cold draft rises from the depths. Odd. Why would a completely unused passage be so close to the main entrance? Well, fuck, this looks like a giant slide. I guess we gotta use it. And there we go. Maybe we have fallen into a trap. Well, there's definitely some people coming up. Let's see. Can we do hard shotgun one of these guys? We can't reach him yet. Oh well. Hopefully the Fomorians don't know magic to any degree. I don't believe they do. Ooh, look at that guy. Look at him. Oh, that's a boss. That's a badass right there. Oh my god. This creature isn't hostile. Do you want to do this anyway? What do you mean he isn't hostile? Oh god. I'm pretty sure he's fucking hostile. I could kill him right now. But I guess I won't. After what seemed like an hour of negotiating steep, slippery steps, you arrive deep within Goah-Nar. The air is icy cold down here, and it smells strongly of smoke and blood and the sweat of long confined bodies. You stand at the entrance to a crude throne room paved with smooth stones laboriously carried from the surface and worn smooth by centuries of feet shuffling over them. As you enter the chamber, though, your mind is less on the ambiance and more on the pale, muscular creatures before you. Though they have been the creatures of your people's nightmares for centuries now, seeing them before you, you are not afraid. They don't look hostile. In fact, they are gawking at you as intently as you staring at them. None of them raise weapons. Then, slowly, their chief, sitting on a throne at the north end of the room, stands up. The envoy Juniper was correct in the words he said to us. The careful and crafty visitors, the arrival of which he had predicted, have now entered. I now formally wish for them to approach and speak sincerely with me. You listen to the others speak. Their speech is very strange and flowery, as if it started out crude and tribal, and then they overcompensated. Alright. Well, let's, I guess let's end combat if they're going to try to be nice to me. Welcome, envoy. Welcome, Fomorian King. King Ravoa. You meet the chieftain of the Fomorians of the lower caverns. Fomorians are huge, orcish, muscular creatures, each over 6 feet tall. His skin is exceptionally pale, almost white. I am Lord Ravoa. You think that means that he is a male? With clothed Fomorians, it's almost impossible to tell the difference, to a human eye anyway. We Fomorians of the lower caves welcome you with all the proper respect due to honorable warriors. Thus, we have allowed you privileged entry into our royal chambers. Though there is a history of strife between our peoples, the value of fulfilling the fairy contract negates these considerations. Okay. Tell me what you know about the Skull of Stone, shall you? You have heard of the Skull of Stone? Verily, it is our most sacred possession. If you are of great assistance to us, we may even honor you by letting you see it. Odd, the Fomorian doesn't seem to know that this is what you came to obtain. What are you doing down here anyway? I am currently honored to be the leader of the Fomorians of Lower Goah-Nar, and I welcome you, our hereditary foes, to our unfortunate home. With both you and the envoy arriving, these are momentous times. His speech is strangely flowery. Why don't you attack me? Though your people and mine have had a great unfortunate history and our enmity goes back to generation upon generation, we are of the lower caves and believe that this rivalry must end. That and self-denial are at the core of our beliefs. Alright, so these lower ones have probably been subjugated, I guess. I don't know. And they're a little more advanced, or try to appear that way at least. Tell me about your beliefs. I am honored that you show interest. To learn more of our beliefs, you may wish at some point in the near future to speak with my honored associate Gog. He may be currently found at the entrance to the ordeal. You have to speak with him at some point in the future. Gag and the ordeal. The ordeal is to the north. Gag maintains it, and he can answer any questions that you may have about it. At last, a clear, almost terse answer. Oh, why is it this creature is speaking in such a confusing way? I have a question. Tell me more about the Fomorians. Ancient race, fled to the underworld. The truly unfortunate part about her history began. But it is a long tale. Made it even longer, of course. Improper telling. Alright. The Fomorians of the upper levels worked and lived together, unified in their desire to slay your kind and return to the surface. Our hatred maddened us. Then there was a schism, when half of us received enlightenment. What sort of enlightenment? We developed our new beliefs, and marvelous beliefs they were, which gave us a mental freedom in the path to resisting our internal savage drives. Alas, there was a disrespectful disagreement. The upper Fomorians still have a great hatred of your kind, you see, and our pointing out the foolishness of this irked them to no end. So they banished us. To keep us from distracting them in their fruitless plans for vengeance and conquest, they have sent us to icy lower caves to rot away. And this is kind of a play on some plot lines that Spiderweb Software has used in their other RPGs, Exile, where that game is all based upon people being banished to lower icy caves. They were exiled, hence the name. Who is the envoy? The envoy is a sprite named Juniper. He came to us from the Spire of Ages, with much glorious news for us. Much of what we discussed is, alas, beyond the scope of our discussion, and we are not entirely at liberty to discuss it. However, Juniper is in the grove of trees to the northeast. He asked for you to be sent to speak with him when you arrived, once we have spoken of the reason you came here. What about this contract you spoke of? Of course, Juniper, the fairy envoy, has already spoken with me. We know that you need something from us, though we have not yet been told what. A skull of stone. The fairy envoy wants us to request a service from you, and then he has said that we will give you a boon in return. I'm not sure what boon he will ask of us, and we are not convinced, alas, that we can entirely trust you. There is still a hatred between our peoples after all. However, if you can endure the ordeal, we will be more than convinced that you are as trustworthy as you act and seem. Go speak with Gog, and he will tell you what you need to do. Well, where is this ordeal? To the north. I know that it is very inconvenient for such valued heroes as yourself to be asked to complete a test, but well, understand the awkwardness of our position as well. Most humans hate and fear us. Until we can let you into our confidence, you must show that you sympathize with our ideas. You must also, of course, be very strong. Your completion of the ordeal will handily display both of these qualities. Alright, I guess that's all I can get from you. We will parlay. Yeah, he is a little flowery. Ooh, oh, look at that. It's a black Fomorian. You try to talk, but it's actually scared of you. It emits an alarmed grunt and scuffles away. That's funny. Alright. The ordeal descent. Clear your mind of all temptations and worldly weakness, and enlightenment will come. So I guess I gotta come down. To the south, the passages are not dirt or crude stone, but shining, carefully cut marble. As you look down there, you hear chanting begin to the south, around the throne room. It's a long, monotonous drone which carries through the chambers as well. Endure the ordeal. Okay. Let's take a look at this sign here. Leave your outer shell here. It will not avail you below. So I think this is going to be like some kind of weird test where I don't know. I'm not going to be able to use my armor or spells or something. I don't know. We shall see. Gog. This burly Fomorian is wearing some sort of ceremonial garb, which is very old, comes from the surface, and is 2 sizes too small. He doesn't look like he trusts you much. You ask who he is. Since you have asked, it would only be polite for me to answer. The name given to me by my parents was Gog, and I bear that name with pride. Oh no, another talkative Fomorian. What is your job here? Points to the south with a big, greasy, pallid finger. In there lies the ordeal. That is where we go to make sure our primitive, greedy impulses are still faint. Remember, in the end, anything you obtain will only make your life worse. Descend to the bottom of the ordeal, read the tablets there, accept the judgment they give you, and return to speak with me of the ordeal again. This is almost like some kind of religious cult thing going on right now. I have the feeling. Yeah, he underwent the ordeal himself. Tell me more about it. I guess that's all he's gonna tell me about it. Okay. Alright. Deny yourself. Am I supposed to take everything off before I go down? Resist greed, so I can't pick anything up, that's for sure. You just start to descend into the ordeal descent. That's kind of repetitive. The center of the lower cave Fomorian's peculiar religious beliefs. It's cheery, shiny, and warm, quite unlike the rest of the caves. As you descend, you start to feel excited. It's an important place, shiny and well-maintained. There must be a lot of treasure down here. You start to quiver with greed and walk faster, anticipating your future good fortune. Come on, guys. You're not that stupid, are you? No, I'm not going to go for that treasure box. As you start to leave this chamber, you feel the presence of the box on the ledge behind you. It's hard to continue. You're distracted by your dreams of the treasure in the box. With concentration, you're barely able to force yourself to move on. Really? Am I that fucking greedy? The dude is like right here. Right here. Would I just go down, like, you know, a few steps and... okay. Let's keep it moving. No, I'm not going to get the treasure. Come on, guys. This is too easy. Nope. Don't want that treasure either. There's a fresh Fomorian body on the floor in front of you. It died recently, viciously slashed to death. Although the chamber is warm, the body is covered with ice. There's no treasure. The Fomorian wore only a pair of pants when he died. It's hard to pay attention to the corpse, though. You can't resist looking up at the box, feverishly imagining the treasures that must be within. No, I don't want those treasures. You stop. At first, you can't resist. The chest behind you is just too tempting. Then, luckily for you, you recall what you learned of fairy lore. This is a charm, an illusion. This knowledge gives you the strength to resist. You press on. Let's not walk into the lava. You reach the small hall at the lowest level of the ordeal. Here, at last, you stand before the cinder at the basis of the strange beliefs of the Fomorians. There is a marbled pedestal here, which bears a series of thin stone tablets covered with delicate engravings and credos. The tablets shine with a strange inner radiance, and the letters glow as if they were drawn with fire. As you stare at the tablets, you find yourself smiling without knowing why. Here, truly, is the center. Here, you have found peace. It would only take a minute to read some of the tablets, and who knows what wondrous knowledge you would obtain. I think I have to read them, actually. So, maybe not. Okay. At first, the writing on the tablets is illegible, a strange assortment of chicken scratches. Then, as you watch, the lines rearrange themselves in the words. Greed leads to doom, desire for a better position leads to pain. To touch treasure leads to blood and death. That you are here shows that you have the strength to withstand your greed, or the penalties of your greed. You have passed the test. When you finish reading, the words disperse again. That was like the easiest test ever. These Fomorians really are dumb. Alright. Greedy bastards. I have completed it, sir. Oh, he's so happy about that. I can tell by looking at your at the expression of ecstasy and accomplishment that may at any moment appear in your faces. Return to speak with one, say Ravoa. I approve of you. Alright, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate it. That may at any moment appear in your faces. We obviously weren't that impressed. Okay. Back into the lit hallways. And let's talk to Ravoa. Finished it, buddy. Excellent. Now I may speak to you in more detail. It is time for us lower Fomorians to return to the surface. We must join with the rest of fairykind for a glorious event. To make this possible, we need to be able to pass the strong and fierce upper Fomorians. And to do this, they must be weakened. To achieve this purpose, we must take the awkward and distasteful step of killing their queen. Alright. What do you know of this queen? Queen Rit of the upper Fomorians is their leader and a shrewd one. They rely on her in all things. With her dead, the organization will get out of them for a short time, and then we will be able to break past their blockade with minimal losses. We have sent warriors up there so that they could slip into her chambers and dispatch her. They have had no luck, although if you could find the remains, you may find useful information. The fairy envoy says that you are the ones who can succeed. Do you think I can succeed? Looks unlikely to me now, I'll admit. But, well, that is what the envoy said. You are the chosen. Yes, I recall that is the word. Chosen. Another question for now. How do I get into her chambers? Queen Rit's chambers are in Upper Goah-Nar, the subterranean fortress directly above us. To get there, you will need to use the stairway to the far east, past our eating and sleeping rooms. Okay. Far east. Alright, guys. Well, this has gone on a bit at this point, so I finished the ordeal, made it to Goah-Nar, and beat a Fomorian village to death. So far, successful, I should say, and we bumped up a couple levels in the process. In the next episode, we're going to go up the stairway to the far east and continue along to this Fomorian queen on an assassination mission, it would appear. And then we'll continue on and try to get that Skull of Stone. So, as always, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. All right.